Hello. Hey everyone. Wait, yeah, okay. Welcome to another episode of That's All Funny. Uh it's Monday, right? Yeah, it's another day. Dude, it's getting like real cold here where I'm at here in Texas. Like I love it though. I would say real cold. Like I don't know if some of y'all are used to like Finland fucking temperatures of, Celsius negative blah blah blah. But I think it's like 40 degrees here. It's raining a little bit, so it's probably feeling colder, like 35 degrees or whatever. Nothing freezing, but it feels good. I love cold weather because I'm fat, and I'm just always fucking hot. So I love that feeling of cold weather. It's not even that cold, but I just love cold weather. Then I love just like always having a blanket on too. I don't know. I'm a sick man, but it feels good to like wake up and it feel like the AC was on all night, you know what I mean? And it's not, so it's not really heavy on the bill, even though I'm not paying anything right now because I'm broke as fuck. Which segues into my other. I been I've been wanting to get the new iPhone. Like I kind of want to, but I've been seeing all the, like I've talked about it, the overheating issues. But I know they just released Resident Evil Village for the iPhone. Like it's not like a streaming thing, where you stream it to your phone from your system or whatever. It's like legit released for the new iPhone, iPad, whatever. You need that specific chip, right? That's on the iPhone 15 or whatever. And I just love the idea of it. I don't necessarily like the idea of like these games coming back because I remember when the iPhone was becoming a big thing years ago, right? Where they were just porting shit on the iPhone. Do you look back and they had like ports of uh like certain Dead Space games. They had ports of Resident Evil 4, I think. They had Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 ports. Like I bought a lot of these games and then they all got delisted and now you can't like buy them anymore, because they were shitty ass ports because back then you couldn't really fucking connect a controller to it, or they didn't have like dedicated controllers to connect to it. And yeah, it was just like a shitty port that you could play portably, which in theory was cool, but at the same time some were just cash grabs, but they had like a bunch of ports. Yeah, like I said, BioShock. You could look it up. Like I would need to look it up too to see like what the ports, because I bought a lot of them because I just remember being all like wet for the iPhone when they started doing ports and shit and just buying games like crazy, and then now they're delisted where you go back to like your authorized purchases and you're not able to download these games anymore because they were digitally, available. And unless you have them still downloaded on a system somewhere, they're gone, Kind of like PT Silent Hills or whatever. If you don't have it downloaded, you can't re-download it, which is terrible. But at least like they're what's it called, archived somewhere. I'm sure, like out there on the internet where you can like check them out. Thank God to these archivists or whatever you want to call them, archaeologists. But I love the idea of how powerful the iPhone is. I just don't think this version will be good because I feel like it's already overheating with people just using it. Let alone playing a powerful fucking video game on it that supposedly needs like a high definition system to run. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But it's interesting. I love once I get working again. I have all this like expendable money. I will buy it and just like buy them and play them just to see, But that'll, I'm sure that'll be when the newer iPhone comes out, the newer version, and they'll have fixed any issues like overheating and shit, which I feel like are gonna get fixed in a new version. I don't think a software update can handle that. But what do I know? Maybe it can. On another note, I'm sorry I'm not talking as much about the news. There's not really much news. since like that Matthew Perry death of a parent drowning, which I talked about. Um, what else? Oh, I've been playing this horror game uh called Signalis, and I shared like a little clip of it on my Twitter, and it was developed by just two people, and it's good. Like it's good, and what trips me out, right, is when you look at the size of this game, it's only 1 gigabyte. Now, as far as like a NES game or a Super NES game or even a 60 Nintendo 64 game, that's a lot of memory, 1 gigabyte, right? But you look at games nowadays, look at even Resident Evil, right? Resident Evil Village that is going to be on the iPhone, it's probably like 60 gigs, maybe even more if you add DLC, maybe 80 gigabytes, just for one game. And an iPhone can only carry, well, I mean, these phones now, they are as big as probably 2 terabytes, which is what, 2,000 gigabytes, right? Am I right there? Jamie, check the math on that. Nah, I think so, or 200 gigabytes at least. I forget how much a terabyte and a gigabyte. But anyways, so you look at how big that is, and to play a game now that's actually pretty good, that's only 1 gigabyte in size, is like, I don't know. To me, it's amazing, and it's a fun game. It's like a survival horror. It's got a great confusing story. I had to look up. I looked up because I thought I beat it. I thought I beat this game Signalis. But spoiler alert, there's like a fake out ending. So you like continue and then you continue with the story. And I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? But anyways, so there's like more to the story. So I'm still playing it. When I didn't know that there was more to it. So I looked up, and of course, there's like 3 endings. It's like your classic horror game, right? Like Silent Hill shit. And it's funny. I watched this guy talk about the endings on a YouTube channel, and he had he had like a weird Elmer Fudd lisp to him, where any letter L was a W. So he was mentioning a lot of L words. He was like, well, the lesbian love of them is from the flowers willies. Like he just kept using the letter L, and it's like, dude, like think of other letters you could use where you don't sound like Elmer Fudd. But I was like, man, and like I said, the game's good, but then people were on there comparing it to, wow, this is the best horror game I've ever played and the best story, and I'm like, okay, it's good, it's fun, it's scary, but I wouldn't call it, like, I've never played Silent Hill, but Silent Hill's got a pretty, Silent Hill 2's pretty high bar on there. Resident Evil, fucking, and I played like BioShock. I don't know if you'd call it horror, but it's got horror elements to it, and it's pretty damn good game. I don't know. I'm not trying to knock this game down, Signalis. I'd love to like interview the two developers, or at least one of them that did the game. This was made by two people, 1 gigabyte, but I don't know if it's reinventing horror or whatever the fuck these reviewers were saying. I feel like they were paid to say that shit. But anyways, I digress. So that was all I really wanted to talk about, was playing that horror game, and I'm still playing it. I'm hoping I can finish it before tomorrow. I don't know, just because. And yeah, like get an iPhone. I'm probably gonna be just applying for jobs all day today, so I can have that extra money to just blow on. I got money to blow. Oh. I have money to blow. Oh. But the only really news, and it's funny how this segues from money to blow. The only news I see here: Magic Johnson declared a billionaire by Forbes, and yeah, so Magic Johnson's a billionaire now. Dude, I just heard like all these billionaires just popping up. Like Taylor Swift just became a billionaire. Fucking Magic Johnson's a billionaire. What was it? One of those Jenners, like Kylie, Kendall, whatever, became a billionaire. Like, God, dude, these people with so much money, like more money to spend than they'll ever need, and I'm here like fucking $12 overdrafted in my bank account from like my Netflix subscription coming out, so it's just like, God, dude, I don't, it trips me out how much money these people have. It's like, what are you gonna do with it? Um I know if I had like that much money, well, I'm sure that's what they're doing, investing in other things and stuff, but then I'd be buying like random shit. I mean, maybe Magic Johnson needs it to buy, uh that one or two shots into his system to keep the AIDS dormant or whatever. But yeah, it just trips me out how these people have like more money than I'll ever see in like multiple family lifetimes, multiple of my generations. I don't know, it's trippy, but that's life, right? We're used to it. While I'm here, make I'll go when I go to Dollar General, I'll look for like a receipt in the parking lot that has the $5 off of 25, just so I can fucking save a little bit of money when I walk in. But whatever, that's life, right? That's the cards we're dealt with. We try to, play the hand we're dealt with, and if we bust, oh well. But I think that's all I had to talk about today. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, it's Hallow's Eve, the start of almost a new month, which I can't wait for because I like when new months start, but I don't. But anyways, check out the podcast wherever podcasts are available. Just search That's All Funny. Check out the podcast on YouTube, youtube.com/Lorenzo Ariola. Have random videos on there as well as video interviews and the podcast there. Check out the Patreon. I'd really appreciate your support. And I appreciate all the patrons that I do have, where we do ad-free episodes, early episodes, bonus content, blah, blah, blah. Patreon.com/Lorenzo Ariola. And check out the website, retrohorrorinc.com, for any That's All Funny exclusive merchandise, or you just want to commission great art from a great artist, at Retro Horror Inc. on Instagram. I want to thank y'all for listening. Take care, stay warm, and have a great start of your week. All right, bye. You don't